think about his resurrection, which so often is our focal point. Rather, he had us focus on his death. And this is our memorial service. And by focusing on his death, we also are reminded of our own deaths. The death he took on the cross was yours. It was mine. And he made an exchange. And really, he reconciled the books because we were in debt. And we owed a debt that we could never pay. And he paid it in full. And that's why we gather. That's why we praise his name. And yes, we focus on the resurrection because without that, his death would have been meaningless. It would have been like any other death. But we stop for a moment because he tells us to remember what he did for us. And in doing that, we do acknowledge our death. Because he died for us, then our deaths become something very good. It is good to die to self. It is good to die to the things of this world. It is good to count our own sins and imperfections and failures as dead and behind us and gone, because that's what his death affected. That's what his death did for us. We needed these things to die. And yet we still face our physical death. Each one of you who is born will die one day. If you did not know that, it's good to know that. Count your days. The psalmist says that that is a part of what it means to have the fear of the Lord, to have wisdom, to know that every day is a gift and every day is not guaranteed. So we're going to be called to have a right perspective this morning. Chapter 5 in its entirety, and I'm going to rewind a little bit and go back 3 verses. So I'm going to start reading just so we see the context here. We see what Paul is talking about. I'm going to start in 4:16, and I'm going to read all the way through chapter 5. So let's look at the word. Therefore, we do not lose heart. Paul's trying to encourage us here. We do not lose heart, but though the outer man is decaying, yet our inner man is being renewed day by day. For momentary light affliction is producing for us an eternal weight of glory far beyond all comparison. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Chapter 5, verse 1. For we know that if the earthly tent, which is our house, he's talking about the physical body, is torn down, we have a building from God, a house, not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. He's talking about a body you will receive one day. For indeed in this house we groan, longing to be clothed with our dwelling from heaven, inasmuch as we, having put it on, will not be found naked. For indeed, while we are in this tent, we groan, being burdened, because we do not want to be unclothed, but want to be clothed, so that what is immortal will be swallowed up by life. Now he who prepared us for this very purpose is God, who gave to us the Spirit as a pledge. Therefore, being always of good courage, and knowing that while we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord. For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are of good courage, I say, and prefer rather to be absent from the body and to be at home with the Lord. Therefore also we have as our ambition, whether at home or absent, to be pleasing to him. For we must all